A sentence that sounds simple, but isn't. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. To first hearing, this sounds like a moral statement, almost like encouragement toward goodness. But when examined carefully, it becomes something much deeper, because this teaching does not describe reward after life. It describes perception. It does not say, the pure will be given something later. It says, they will see. And that changes everything, because the question is no longer, what happens after life? The question becomes, what determines what a person can perceive right now? Why seeing God is about perception, not distance. Many imagine seeing God as a distant event, something far away, something that requires travel, or arrival somewhere else. But in the teachings of Jesus, distance is rarely the main problem. Perception is, because if reality is already present, then what prevents seeing is not absence, but obstruction. A person standing in sunlight does not need more light. They need unobstructed vision. And this is the direction of the teaching. Not toward creating something new, but toward removing what blocks what is already present. What heart really means in this teaching. The word heart is often misunderstood. It is not only emotion. In ancient understanding, the heart represents the center of perception, where thought, intention, and awareness meet. It is the inner lens through which reality is interpreted. So when Jesus speaks of the heart, he is speaking about the condition of perception itself, not just feeling, but how reality is received. And if perception is distorted, then even truth appears unclear. What makes the heart impure? Impurity here is not about moral labeling alone. It is about distortion. Anything that clouds perception. Fear distorts, resentment distorts, constant judgment distorts, attachment distorts, compulsion distorts. These do not only affect behavior, they affect vision. A person filled with fear sees threat everywhere. A person filled with anger sees offense everywhere. A person filled with pride sees superiority everywhere. Reality may not have changed, but perception has. This is why purity becomes essential, because perception follows inner condition. Purity as clarity, not perfection. Purity is often misunderstood as perfection, but perfection creates pressure. Clarity creates freedom. Purity in this teaching points toward simplification. Less fragmentation, less internal conflict, less divided intention. A clear heart is not a flawless heart. It is an undivided one. A person not constantly split between opposing motives, because division creates distortion. Clarity restores alignment, and alignment restores perception. Why inner conflict blocks vision? When a person is internally divided, attention becomes scattered. One part desires truth. Another part resists change. One part seeks peace. Another feeds conflict. This division weakens perception, because energy is pulled in multiple directions. But when inner life becomes simpler, less conflicted, more aligned, perception sharpens naturally, not forced, not manufactured, simply revealed. Why this connects to childlike awareness. Once again, the teaching returns to childlike perception. Not because children know more, but because they are less divided, less filtered, less layered with defense. A child can look and see directly, without immediately adding interpretation, without constant internal argument. This simplicity allows clarity, and clarity allows perception. Why seeing God is not a single moment. Many imagine seeing God as one dramatic event, but the teaching suggests something more continuous. Seeing becomes clearer as perception becomes clearer. Moment by moment, layer by layer, a person may begin noticing more presence, more depth in ordinary moments, more stillness behind thought, more connection in relationships, not because reality suddenly appeared, but because obstruction decreased. Perhaps this is why the teaching remains so powerful, because it does not demand distance. It invites clarity. It does not require dramatic proof. It requires inward refinement. And perhaps what is called seeing God is not the arrival of something new, but the recognition of what was always present. Once perception becomes clear enough to see it,